Yo, what's going on everybody? It's Blaze back with yet another video in the Madden 20 Alphabet Head-to-Head Online series. Today, we are finally done the teams in the C category, and we are moving on to the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, one thing that you guys should know by now is I'm a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. I've mentioned this in past videos. I'm going to try to be, the least amount of bias I could possibly put in this video, but being an Eagles fan, it's gonna be kind of rough, man. I'm gonna have that point of view, like they're trash, but honestly, they're not that bad. They got the new head coach this year, Mike McCarthy. So let's start talking about that. Mike McCarthy was a big signing for them. They finally got rid of Jason Garrett after all these years. They were, in my personal opinion, Garrett had a couple of good years, but other than that, they were very, they were subpar, very average. Just like this year, they're 8-8, so average. They barely missed the playoffs this year. My Philadelphia Eagles actually won the division. A lot of people were kind of upset with that just because of the fact that the Cowboys were 8-8. 8-8, it's not going to get you into the playoffs. It will sometimes, the AFC, normally there's a team that makes it in there, like 8-8, 9-7. But the Eagles actually won the division, being 9-7. So it kind of did suck not seeing the Cowboys in the playoffs. I think it would have been better, but we got to see the Philadelphia Eagles go and pretty much lose in the first round. Carson Wentz ended up getting hurt. Clowney got hit, but this isn't the Eagles video. This is the Dallas Cowboys video. As you guys see, we score on a read option right there, the first score of the game with Dak Prescott. And this guy was absolutely destroying us on defense, man. I couldn't really find any ways around his defense and his offense. It was just it's a very close game, to be honest. As you guys see right here, Traquan Smith with a one-handed catch right here. Just unbelievable. Playing this game live, I'm going to have to do some live commentary sooner or later because my reaction was just crazy right there. But we get the ball right back right here with Byron Jones, who is actually a free agent. And a lot of reports have been saying that he will be moving on. Will not be coming back to the Cowboys next year. It really does suck. It's a good thing because I'm an Eagles fan, but if I was a Cowboys fan, seeing Byron Jones switch teams, it wouldn't feel right, especially if he goes to a division rival. Wouldn't be the first time that something like this happened. If you guys remember DeMarco Murray, who was a big-time player for the Cowboys, led the league in rushing, actually ended up coming to the Philadelphia Eagles. So that was pretty crazy when that happened. I remember that. But, that's it for, the Byron Jones situation. He may or may not be back as we make a very dumb read right here. But let's talk about Dak Prescott. He's still – they're in talks about a contract. There's no details. There's been reports all year long. He wants this, he wants that. They won't pay him. All this stuff. But push come to shove, he will end up being a Dallas Cowboy next year. He played great for them this year. Just you can't even deny it. Dak Prescott is the future of the Dallas Cowboys. If you don't think that, then I don't know what else to tell you. I'm an Eagles fan, and I can even give him some credit. Do I think he's, all that? We'll see. He can definitely develop more in some aspects of his game, but so can Carson Wentz. They're both on the same level, in my opinion. Dak Prescott does have an edge. He's pretty much more accurate than Carson Wentz. But as you guys see right here, he ends up scoring a touchdown, making it 7-7. But Dak Prescott, man. I feel like he gets too much flack for nothing. He's definitely not as bad as everybody's making him seem, but it goes both ways, Now, as for the division, I'm not going to go ahead and say he's the best quarterback in the division, but, the NFC East, it's very, very hard to tell who's going to win it next year. But I do believe it's going to come down to what quarterback plays the best. As of right now, unless Washington, they draft Chase Young and the man's just an absolute monster, which, I would say the man's is going to be an absolute monster. The Redskins, they aren't in contention whatsoever. And same thing with the Giants. I mean, Daniel Jones is going to be in his second year. I love Daniel Jones, honestly. When we did the Giants video, I'm actually pretty excited to do that. But, this is the Cowboys video, so let's talk about the Cowboys. I do think they have a shot to win the division next year. My Philadelphia Eagles are looking a little shaky in the offseason, as well as Dallas. Nothing too big yet, nothing too crazy, nothing eye-opening, but it is definitely worth the mention that the Cowboys do have some players that they need to re-sign. One of those players we already talked about is Byron Jones, and another is Dak Prescott. But I think a lot of people are underrating Amari Cooper right now. He's big part of that offense, man. I watch a lot of First Take and a lot of Undisputed, and they always talk about Amari Cooper, how that offense just lit up as soon as they got him. And it's a shame, if they don't get him back. That is a big hole in their offense. Michael Gallup is their second receiver, so I do think they'll be okay, but they won't be at their best. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, the running back situation. I mean, they got Zeke locked up. I believe he's still the highest paid running back at the time I'm making this video. And on top of that, Tony Pollard, if that's how you pronounce his last name, he's, I think he's a little underrated too. Definitely a great backup running back. They have a nice 1-2 combination going on there. So nothing too crazy on the offense. They really don't have to fix anything crazy. Just basically big point of free agency is just to get a receiver, whether or not you re-sign Amari Cooper or you bring in someone like Robbie Anderson or bring back Dez, because to be honest with you guys, I've been seeing a lot of that recently. Jerry Jones has mentioned stuff in the news. But let's talk about Dallas's defense this year. I mean, their defense really, they popped off, man. I'm not gonna lie. DeMarcus Lawrence could have had a better season, especially because that big contract they gave him now. But their linebacking core is fantastic. Sean Lee is a little old right now, and I don't know how much longer he's going to play for. I'm pretty sure he's not even under contract. I think they have to actually re-sign him, but he's like 34, 35 years old. So come draft time, I wouldn't even be surprised if they went after, a linebacker or something like that. The Dallas Cowboys, they do pretty well in the offseason most of the time. That's just my personal opinion, especially coming from an Eagles fan. Like, the Eagles, they don't know what they're doing in the offseason. And the same thing with the whole entire division. Like, the NFC East, they are just oblivious when it comes to certain things. And I believe the Cowboys have a step on everybody. But let's focus on the gameplay right here. As you guys see, some crazy stuff just happened on defense for us. Jared Cook fell down and got up, and he tried to spin, but he actually ended up fumbling the ball. If I was that guy, I probably would have sold my game, because EA is just cheating me out of a comeback right here. But we get sacked right here on second down. It brings us to a 3rd and I believe 35 right here, and we just run the ball, get him to burn that last timeout, and we punt him the ball. So 45 seconds left in the 4th quarter, and this guy just absolutely threw at my user, and for some reason I decided to bring him down, which was just a dumb decision by me. And now he goes back to the same play and gets even closer, goes out of bounds with 33 seconds left. This is just frustrating to watch as Alvin Kamara just absolutely mosses the linebacker right there. And next thing you know, he's on the 1-yard line, 7-6-5, and he scores a touchdown to tie the game. And we go into overtime. The first overtime game of the head-to-head online series is with the Dallas Cowboys, and we get the ball first. So Dak Prescott's going to have to work his magic right here. Pops back here on 2nd and 16. He finds Amari Cooper. Speaking of Amari Cooper, what an amazing catch on the sideline right there. That was big catch for us. We definitely needed something like that. Next play, we go right back to Amari Cooper over the middle. Just see, this is situations like this that just make you wonder, you know, what if they don't have Amari Cooper next season? What are they going to do as we get sacked right here? And we are forced to pretty much pass at this point. At 2nd and 22, not settling for no field goals in this possession as Dak Prescott playmakers Randall Cobb over the middle of the field and finds him for the game-winning touchdown. And that is going to be it for this video, guys. We are walking out with a W. I actually enjoyed using the Cowboys, as much as that hurts to say. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this series, and pretty much just give me ideas of what you guys want to see. But for the video, we will be using the Denver Broncos in our next video, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.